Yo, what is happening? What is going on? I hope everyone is feeling good today. Hope everyone is feeling good this fine day. Let's see here. All right, we're good to go. Yo, good chapter One Piece. What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, my boy Wallace? My boy Wallace. Malik. Everybody that's in the chat. What's up, man? How y'all doing? I hope everybody, let's just get all the formalities out of the way. Yeah, let's get all the formalities out of the way and then let's get down to business. I hope everybody had a good, a happy Thanksgiving. I hope everybody, got to spend time with their loved ones, their family, or just, got a nice needed break from work. All that good stuff. So shouts out to y'all and your families if you got to enjoy spending time with them. Okay, so as far as Arcane, nah, I haven't watched it. I've been seeing a lot of people. My favorite Thanksgiving side, probably greens. Probably greens. Probably some collard greens with some hot sauce. And yeah, definitely collard greens. I mean, I'm from the South, bro. Like that, I mean, some greens, and then probably after the greens, probably like a mixture of the yams and the mac and cheese. Like when the yams like touch the mac and cheese, and it's just like a nice concoction that that brews. Yeah, bro. Like that's my shit. So definitely the greens, definitely mac and cheese and the yams. Mix all that shit together, except like not the greens. But anyways, Wallace said I gotta watch it. I watched episode 1 and finished it that night. What? Okay, so what is Arcane? Like, what is it about? What is it about? Yeah, Adam, I had to get a fresh cut. I had to be looking good, for the fam on Thanksgiving because they'll roast my ass. Nicholas Alexander said Luffy versus Kizaru sometime after this arc. Also dope chapter. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like, I think that, I mean, listen. There are a lot of things that we're gonna talk about today, because I just want to get some shit off. There's literally so much to talk about with this chapter, and this chapter was this was a really good fucking chapter of One Piece. You know, it's like I can sit up and I can like gripe and shit about what the like, I guess the execution. That's really the only thing that I could like complain about, because it's like, I guess instead of having all of this at one time for Zoro, it's like I wish we would have gotten little tiny hints of this, like, and then boom, this big revelation, right? Because like, so Zoro heard the name of Enma, or he heard old boy Kozaburo talk about how he named his sword Enma, and shit, right? Or how he named his sword after the Lord of the Underworld. Whenever Zoro got Enma, I think maybe have like a callback, like, you know, have Zoro talking to the guy on the shore, like silhouetted, and the guy kind of say something like that, and Zoro like remembers it. Cause like this right here, it's dope, it's good, but I just wish we just would have had a little bit of sprinkling and not it all just be revealed and it's just a big revelation all at one time. Um, like the flashback was cool, right? And the stuff with like everything that Kozaburo said, it was cool, it was great. But like because I guess because it's Wano, and I know that there's supposed to be a emphasis on swordsmanship and swords and all of that good stuff. And Wano, I just wish we kind of would have gotten like some of this stuff in the chapter throughout the course of Wano. That's all. It's based on League of Legends, but you can enjoy it with never playing League of Legends. I mean, if the story is good, I'll fuck with it. Cameron Irby said, "Yo, Matt, can you get Wing in here or Taekwon? Also, nice to have you back, man. Appreciate it, bro. I mean, I haven't really talked to anybody. Haven't talked to Wing or Ty. Uh, I haven't talked to Ty in a minute. Um, yeah, I haven't talked to Ty in a minute. Last time I talked to Ty, that nigga was um being despicable for women. So yeah." Yeah, I don't care to talk about Arcane right now. Like I don't care to talk about Arcane right now. Especially because I don't know what the fuck it is or what it's about. I'll read or I'll watch it maybe. Um, as far as like the stuff about the swords, like that was dope. That was good. And it's like it gives so with this, I guess it gives more credence to Black Blades because it's like it seems that what Zoro did at the end of the chapter with the Conqueror's Haki, like surrounding his blades and all of that shit, it seems like that is kind of like a prerequisite to a Black Blade. And so like if a Black Blade is essentially you conquering like your will conquers the blade, I would like that. That would be cool. That would be cool. And I guess if you have a Black Blade, your swordsmanship is just on another level. Jay the Light Seeker said Sawyer 7 Mage has the best Elbaf theory. I don't know what it is. I haven't watched a Sawyer video in a minute, but I fuck with Sawyer. I like Sawyer a lot. What's good, Billy Bob? Yeah, I appreciate if everybody in the chat would like the stream. If you're listening and you appreciate anything that I have to say about One Piece, go ahead and like the stream for me, man. Why didn't Roger or Silvers Rayleigh have it? Because I mean, maybe they did not reach the levels of swordsmanship that these guys had. Like, and I think with the whole conquering or with the whole what it like bending the sword's will with your own. This nigga Wing said he was right again, bro. What Wing? What are you talking about? Wing? What are you talking about, bro? What the hell was you right about? What's up, Michael Jimenez? The chapter's good to me, bro. Jamaican Don Dada, the next chapter of Anchor is gonna be dropping, but like it's gonna drop in December, I promise. And then from there, we're gonna have a more consistent schedule. I've actually been trying to like draw more, so and help my artists more. We had to go back to the drawing board and figure some things out, but chapter 3 of Anchor is gonna drop this like in December, so just bear with me. I'm sorry. Yeah, so Wing, what were you right about? I'm confused, bro. Wing, I feel like that's your catchphrase at this point. I was right. Like, you might as well just embrace it. Cause you're right about everything, bro. Like, let you tell it. You right about everything. So, Wing, what were you right about? I'm very curious. I'm very curious to hear this answer. Turning a blade black is just a Zanpakuto and achieving Bankai. Anyways, I love that Enma forces Zoro to unleash the full potential of his haki. Yeah, and that's like, so, okay, right? Like, there's a lot of things that, like, we had to unpack, okay? There's a lot of things that we had to unpack. But, like, all of these people that were still trying to deny Zoro having Conqueror's haki after various anime episodes after a certain episode and Wano confirmed that he has haki, right? After and listen here, right? So I'm just gonna go on a little tangent really quickly, okay? Whenever Zoro cut Monet in half, right? That right there, or there's 2 times in One Piece where it took me 2 moments. It took me 2 moments post time skip for me to say, okay, Zoro has haki. We just have to wait until he shows that he has Conqueror's haki, right? It was that statement that Zoro made whenever Luffy used Conqueror's haki in Fishman Island. When he said my captain should at least be able to do that, or he needs to step down. Now, I don't think that was Zoro saying that he could do that as well. I just think that he's like, yo, like, I know that I have this ability. So, like, you need to have this ability as well, because my will cannot be more, my will cannot be more than yours. My will cannot supersede yours. And it even goes back all the way to Baratier, when Mihawk says, like, that Luffy's goal, like, becoming the world's strongest man is hard in and of itself, but to become the Pirate King is even harder. Okay, and Luffy tells Zoro all the way back then, your ambition to become the world's strongest swordsman, I need somebody like that. Because I'm going to become the Pirate King. So I need somebody by my side that's that crazy to chase something like that. And Zoro thinks back to this, or thinks back to that moment in this chapter, okay? So, with that being said, with that being said, right? I think Zoro just that statement that Zoro had in Fishman Island is akin to all of that. Now the second thing is, and I'm talking about post time skip, right? If you really been paying attention, then you could decipher that Zoro had Conqueror's Haki pre time skip through certain hints that the anime would give you, namely in Sabaody. That's the most glaring one that I can think of back then. All right. But anyways, when Zoro cuts Monet in half, okay, Monet specifically says, or Tashigi says that Monet is intimidated, and that's why she can't form herself back together. And then she even says to Zoro, "Is this your idea of showing mercy?" And she was so scared because she knew that she could have lost her life if he really would have attacked her, if he really would have cut her with intent, that was enough. Okay? So those are the two instances that I needed where I was like, oh yeah, it's a sure shot. This nigga got it. Island Brasi, my man. He said at work, so I can't stay, but coming through to show support for my man's Bensei, like the stream. Hey, appreciate you, Island Brasi. My man, Island Brasi, always coming through, showing love. I appreciate that, my nigga. Hope you have a good day at work, bro, and I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Hope all your peoples are healthy, and I hope you got to spend, just a good time with your loved ones. Listen, High Top Samurai, listen to me, bro. I did not say that Zoro used Conqueror's Haki on her. That's not what I said. I said because of that, because of how he cut her, because of the emphasis on how intimidated she was by his presence, by what he did. That is why I said that was a sure shot that he had it. I never said that he used Conqueror's Haki against Monet. Yeah, I never said that he used Conqueror's Haki against her. I said that was a sure shot of way for me to decipher, yo, he has it. He has it. There's no way. We just need, and I think I even said this, like, we just need to see him actually use it. Whenever Oda wants to do that. And I guess Wano was the perfect time. I think it should have been before Wano, definitely. But, whatever. So I say all of that to say, like, all these people that, like, even after chapter 1010, okay, people were still trying, like, people in the community were still saying that Zoro did not have Conqueror's Haki. And it's like, yo, what is wrong with you niggas? Like, why is that such a discrepancy that Zoro has Conqueror's Haki? Like, what's the problem? And then to go the lengths that you go to deny it, to say, oh, he don't got it. Like, I'm not understanding this, man. I'm really not understanding it. So, yeah, I mean, like, I don't understand that. And then the whole Oden's Haki is in Zoro, or is in the sword, and, like, bro, this isn't like, Haki is not like Nin. The shit doesn't get stronger through death. You can't imbue, like, it's not like chakra where you can use it after you die. No, that has never been a property that Oda has that Oda has put onto Haki. Okay, so, like, these people in the community that were just, like, trying to give all of these, like, and obviously it's agenda based. A lot of it is agenda based. It's just, it's just distasteful, and it's annoying. Nah, and that's the thing, right? So Kaido didn't feel Oden's haki. He didn't feel Oden's haki. He said he felt his presence. He said he felt his presence. And I think that was more akin to the fact that Zoro might be just as good of a swordsman as Oden, or like Zoro's evolving. I mean the same, like, okay, listen, right? So Conan, whenever Kaido gets stabbed, whenever the samurai or the scabbards, they say the Tsunachi thing, and whenever they stab him, Kaido says, are they using his haki too? Are they using his Rio? So are we going to sit up here and decipher and say, oh, so all of them have Oden's haki in their blades? Why didn't people say that then? It's only with Enma. It's only with Zoro that people were like, oh yeah, there's a residual of Oden's haki in Enma in the blade. Blah 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 blah. And it's like, yo, where are you niggas getting this from? Like, where are you niggas getting this from, bro? Like, where does, like, how, bro, how are we getting there? So I don't know, man. It's just a little funny sometimes when you take a step back and then you listen to what people say and you listen to all of the talking points that people have when it comes to this. So like I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Kawamatsu did not say that residual haki from the previous user stays in the blade. He did not say that. He absolutely did not say that. I know what chapter you're talking about. You're talking about whenever whenever they were in Ringo in the little snow area, and Kawamatsu was talking about how if a samurai dies in battle, his spirit, his will is in the blade. Or hold on, I gotta get the right terminology, because I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay, in battle when your companion dies before your eyes, you take his sword and continue onward. The soul that resides in a katana makes a samurai strong and enables him to destroy his enemies. That's it. That's all that was said. Yeah, so that's page, or that's chapter 953, page 11. Let's see. I'm just looking to see what the chat is talking about. So there's a little bit in here as well. Like, I think that it may be revealed that Sanji has Lunarian DNA residing in him, within him at some point. So we'll see what happens with that. And then the fight itself is good between Zoro and King. I wonder how much longer it's gonna go on, like, between them. And I guess what I'm concerned on is is Zoro gonna get a black blade? Is he gonna turn Enma black in this fight with King? Or is he gonna turn it black later on in the arc? Assuming that he still has some type of interaction with Kaido. Because I think now at this point, it's like it's definitely gonna come back up. It's definitely gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen. Like at the very least, I think that Zoro is going to cut Kaido again, and this time he's going to it's gonna be something significant, like what Oden did. It's gonna be like that. That's what I truly believe. You know, we don't really have to argue about it. We don't have to we don't, you know, I don't really care to talk about ZKK, you know. I do think that Zoro will see Kaido again, and he'll cut that nigga. So we could just leave it at that. Kaido's definitely dying. I don't know who's gonna do it though. Like, I believe, or I want Zoro to do it, but I don't know. It could be it could be a different third party. It could be, you know, like there's a lot of different things that could happen. Wing said, I wonder if anyone's top 30 has a scabbard or two. Stop downplaying them. A scabbard? Like who? Like who? Nah. Ahmed, I definitely, like, okay, listen. Kaido has to die. He has to die. To me. Okay? To me. I don't see how the story can go on. How the story goes without Kaido dying. If Kaido doesn't die, that is like just, I don't know. I really don't know what I would do if Kaido doesn't die. I mean, not that it matters what the fuck I do, but I would be surprised. I would be very shocked. I would be shocked. Like Kaido dying in Wano is Whitebeard dying in Marineford. That's like how sure I think that it is. Dante Scott said, Matt, thank you. I've been on forums a lot, and people are now Sanji will get it or downplaying the power up for damage control. People need to realize Zoro is stronger than Sanji because he has to be. I mean, listen, I think Zoro is stronger than Sanji, but like, do I think that Sanji won't ever be able to get Conqueror's Haki or that he doesn't have it? Nah, I definitely think it's a possibility. I just don't know when Oda will have Zoro or will have Sanji use it. Moria kills Kaido. knowing like okay as far like I've said this plenty of times, and this will probably be the last time that I say it, right? As far as debts in One Piece go, okay, um the debts that I know, or the debts that matter, and the debts that are like, and I'm talking about real time, they're debts that kind of like are they're gonna change the world, the world as like we see it, we know it, and it'll be so that like the characters in the world can, you know, so that they can reap the benefits off of the death, right? So like whenever Whitebeard died, look at what happened. The seas went into chaos. The Gorosei were trying to figure out who's the next Yonko. There were, you know, however many islands that were protected before that aren't anymore. So then you had pirates going to those islands. You had Marines going to those islands to stake their claim on them. Okay. So the same thing is going to essentially happen with Kaido, right? But there's going to be a difference. So the thing is that the thing is that like Blackbeard, he started taking over the territory. He started taking over all of that stuff, and he had to take over territory, and he had to win the payback war, right? So Blackbeard kind of did like he like reverse engineered the shit, okay? He did it backwards. So Blackbeard first took the Yonko out, and he took the power from the Yonko so that he has the power, right? Then he go and then because he was a part of Whitebeard's ship for so long, he takes over Whitebeard's territory. And then he gets the clout of a huge battle under his name. Okay? So you see what I'm saying right there? So first he took the power from Whitebeard, but he didn't have the reputation because he stayed in the shadows for so long. He stayed in the dark for so long. The only thing that really got him his reputation up until that point was him capturing Ace. And remember, whenever Lafayette came to marry Joa during the little meeting, he was like, yo, you don't know my captain, but you will in a second. Okay. And then he offers the proposition up, because the reason why Blackbeard couldn't just become a warlord right then and there is because there wasn't a lot of notoriety attached to his name. Like, not around the world. Like, obviously some people that knew him, they knew, okay, this dude's a little scary, blah, 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 blah. But it wasn't the notoriety that he needed for them to say, okay, cool, we're taking your, like, we take you up as a warlord. He had to go and he had to capture somebody that had over 100 million berry bounty. Okay? So that's why he was chasing Luffy at first. Luffy goes to Sky Island. Ace catches up with him. And then Blackbeard tells Ace, yo, I was actually going to capture Luffy. Ace is like, nah, fuck that. You ain't capturing my brother. Blah, 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 blah. Blackbeard captures him. And it's like, oh, well, instead of Luffy, I'll just take in you. This is a lot better for me and my cause. So now let's compare like what Luffy is doing, okay? Luffy has taken the longer route, and he has won over these countries, won over some of these kings, and won over some of these like the politics, because they see, oh yeah, even though this guy is a pirate, he's a good person, and he's helped our country. He's helped our people. He has freed us from our oppressor, i.e. Alabasta, Drum Island, and so on and so forth. Dressrosa, you know, blah, 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 right? So Luffy has earned the reputation to have people want to take up his flag and want to take up his, and want to place his flag on their island for protection. All right. Fishman Island is another one. Luffy says that he's going to, or whenever Luffy and the Straw Hats are leaving Fishman Island, King Neptune says, I think that I've found someone that will be able to replace Big Mom's, what is it? Her Jolly Roger. I found someone else's flag that we can place on our island. All right. So where Blackbeard had to go to these islands and take them by force, Luffy has filled the hearts of these people, and they just automatically trust him, and they know that they'll be protected because of the type of pirate that he is establishing himself as. Okay, so Luffy's already gaining the notoriety. Like people are flocking to Luffy. They want to place his flag down. Okay, now. All right, so I said Blackbeard reverse engineer. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I lost my train of thought. All right, and then now Luffy is so Luffy's going to island, getting people to pretty much like take up his flag. If y'all just came through the stream, like it please. And then also with that, Luffy is gaining notoriety throughout the world and establishing himself as a pirate to be feared. Okay? Like, Luffy's way past the point of a Shishibukai by now. Okay? People fear Luffy. If Luffy is sailing in the Grand Line, like in Paradise in the first part, like let's say we go back to the Grand Line, like just the regular Grand Line before the New World, and your average pirate sees this guy or sees the Straw Hats, they're like, oh, no, turn around. Turn this ship around. We gotta go. Don't even cross his path, right? And I mean, we saw that with how many pirates were lining up to join the fake Straw Hats. Luffy has that notoriety, right? And now what he is getting under his belt, which is going to be different than the outcome of Marineford, okay, is that Luffy is getting the strength, like Luffy's getting the strength of a Yonko to be feared and all of that presently in Wano, okay? We've seen the power-ups, all of that stuff, right? And now he's getting this battle under his belt. The battle the battle of Onigashima, the battle of Wano, whatever the hell they're gonna call it, right? Luffy's getting that under his belt. So the difference here, and versus the aftermath of Wano and the aftermath of Marineford, is the Gorosei aren't gonna deliberate amongst themselves and be like, yo, who's gonna be the next Yonko to replace Kaido? The next Yonko to replace Kaido is gonna be Luffy, and that's like. It's not even up for debate at this point to me. And that's why I feel that Kaido has to die. That's why I feel like Kaido is going to die. Because if Kaido doesn't die, then I think that we can all agree that he'll lose his Yonko position. And I would even argue that Big Mom and Kaido are going to lose their Yonko positions. Okay? So then maybe they're going to be debating about who's going to be the last Yonko position, because Luffy is going to be a Yonko after Wano. It is all but confirmed. I mean, look at what Shanks says before Wano, right? He's looking at his paper. Luffy, the time that we're going to meet is coming soon. What do they call the Yonko? They call them mighty pirates. And what is Luffy's goal, or Luffy's his goal right under becoming the Pirate King? Is to become a mighty pirate and to get a crew that will surpass Shanks's crew. Okay? Luffy is pretty much doing that. Luffy is pretty much doing that this arc. So I've always compared this. It's like, okay, let's take Naruto for an example. And I hate to bring up Naruto and like all of these, like, or in this comparison, right? But like, okay, so Naruto had two goals. Naruto wanted to get acknowledged by the entire village. He wanted to get acknowledged by the entire village, and then he wanted to become Hokage, right? So Luffy's goal, I want to become a mighty pirate and surpass your crew, and then I want to become the Pirate King. It's not I'm going to become a Pirate King and then I'm a mighty pirate. No, if you become the Pirate King, you're the king of the pirates. You're the mightiest pirate on the seas, or the freest pirate, whatever you want to say. So it's like it's a two-step goal. Right, exactly, Ahmed. The first part of Naruto's goal happened in the Pain arc, where everybody in the village acknowledged him because he saved the village, and he wasn't alone anymore. Okay? Then the second part obviously happened in the last chapter, in chapter 700. So this is going to be kind of similar to that. Luffy is going to become a mighty pirate, and he's going to be able to give the straw hat back to Shanks. And then the last part will happen whenever he finds the One Piece, when he becomes a Pirate King. So it's a two-part goal, or two goals, a part of like Luffy's like character. Okay. So like going back to the point of some of these islands wanting to take up Luffy's flag and supporting him, right? Ah. A lot of the kingdoms and stuff that Luffy interacted with were at the Reverie. Okay? So I think that something like whatever happened at the Reverie, presumably Cobra getting killed by one of the Gorosei, is what I think, or maybe CP0, whoever you want to say. I think that may have left a bad taste in some of the king's mouth, right? Because this is how I kind of envision it. Like, Cobra wanted to talk to the Gorosei about the poneglyphs, okay? They entertained him privately. But then Cobra didn't get the answers that he wanted. So then he pressed them again in front of the rest of the kings at the actual conference, like when they're actually talking about matters, so on and so forth, right? They may have talked about Luffy. They may have talked about Robin, so on and so forth. And then Cobra brings, or he brings his grievances, back up, but in front of all of the kings. And then boom, he's killed. I think that may have left a bad taste in some of the other kingdoms' mouths. And now you have them like, okay, well, we can't trust the Gorosei, or we can't trust the world government. So maybe we'll put our trust in the fact that like this guy's flag will protect us. Okay. And like we saw that with Whitebeard. A lot, like Whitebeard was a deterrent. Whitebeard placed his flag on a lot of different islands so that people would not go to them, so that people would not mess with them. Right. And so now the final part of all of this, right? When we actually see this, and I think that this will happen in the cover story, or this will happen in one of those episodes where Luffy's bounty goes all around the world, his new bounty, and how they're calling him the Yonko and stuff. I think that you'll see, like, it'll be a whole two-part thing, right? So Luffy will be dubbed as the next Yonko. Kaido will be dead. And then you'll see different countries around the world placing the Straw Hat flag on their island. Now, where this is going to differ from Whitebeard's death is all we saw were pirates going to different islands and trying to take them over because Whitebeard was gone. So they're like, yo, we don't give a fuck. We don't care. Whitebeard's gone. This is our shit. We're doing what we want. But what's going to be different here is that we're going to see people going to the islands where they think is free. Maybe formerly like being Kaido's island, or maybe formerly being Big Mom's island, but people put the Straw Hat flag there because they're like, yo, like we can get behind this guy. People are going to be sailing up to these islands and they're going to see that the Straw Hat flag is there and they're going to turn away. So I think that's going to be like the final little like sprinkle on top of like of seeing people's bounties and stuff. Or seeing Luffy's bounty. You're going to see Luffy's. You're going to see Zoro's, Sanji's, all of that stuff. you might see some of the people at Baratier. They're like, wait, you guys employed somebody like this at one point in time? You know, we're gonna see like people in the Windmill Village, all of that. Like it's gonna be everywhere. Luffy is really gonna become a Yonko after Wano, because people around the world are gonna be saying it, not just Morgans. Everybody around the world is gonna be talking about Luffy and how he's gonna be a Yonko and how he's this and that. And then you might even start to see some of the people that Luffy and the Straw Hats have come across, and they're spreading his legend. They're spreading, yo, like this dude did this blah, 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 right? And boom, he's the Yonko. So that's how I think that that'll kind of differ from Marineford, when like it took Blackbeard a year after Marineford to become a Yonko, because the Payback War was like during the time skip. So I guess let me know what y'all think about that. I know I went on for a little bit. I went on pretty long just talking about that. I probably should make that into a video. So that I can, like, you know, but whatever. Not going to talk about it anymore. Do I think Scabbards and Oden were even? I mean, it doesn't really matter to me if they were even or not. Like, it is what it is. Even schmeven. What's going to happen to Law, Kid, and Big Mom? They may defeat her. Who knows? I guess we gotta wait and see. I guess we have to wait and see. Let's see. Yeah, I think Yamato's joining the crew. Was Rayleigh able to use Advanced Conquerors? I would say so. I don't see why not. I don't think that Kid saw Luffy hit Kaido with Conqueror's Haki. I think he was already gone from the roof. The only one that saw that was Law. as far as now as far as like Zoro the and the sword and all of that stuff that was like given, right? Um I like the fact that Zoro was like not that what he started doing with the advanced conquerors was not exclusive to just Enma. It was on all three of his swords. So that to me shows a lot of growth, and it like Enma has now served its purpose. Enma has made Zoro's Haki control that much better, to where like what was happening before with Enma like is now gonna be happening with Sandai, is now gonna be happening with Wado. Like Zoro's gonna be able to do that at will with all of his swords, and not just Enma. Yeah, I think that Zoro does like essentially. Kozaburo said like let me read this shit. Let me read what he said, because he essentially says that Zoro has to like that you have to bend the will of the sword. Okay, let's see here. All right. Each blade is like a person with a unique disposition. A swordsman is one who tames the sword's wild nature and bends it to their will. So, yes, that is essentially conquering something. You tame it and then you bend it to their will. Yeah, you conquered it. The sword isn't acting out of malice. It just means I've just not been measured. That just means, or that means I've just not been measuring up to its standards. The world's greatest swordsman? That's perfect. The future king of the pirates wouldn't settle for anything less. So you've also got kingly ambitions. I guess you're right after all. I made promises to my captain and my oldest friend. So yeah, man. Like, and then people trying to say that Mihawk doesn't have King's Haki when he's literally sitting at the pinnacle of swordsmanship and One Piece. Like, come on, bro, get real with yourself. Like, what are we doing? What's going on? Definitely a dope chapter though. Let's see here if anyone said anything else. Yeah, I can't wait to see a lot of these fights. Like the fights that I want to see the most right now. Um, Obviously, I want to see Roof Piece. Who doesn't want to see fucking Roof Piece? I want to see Jinbei versus Who's Who. I think Jinbei versus Who's Who is definitely the best fight. like the best one-on-one fight, like probably before the Sanji and Queen and the Zoro and King. That is definitely my favorite fight. Like that's the best fight. The Robin fight is okay. It's like it's Robin, so it's good. It's Robin, so it's great because she hasn't gotten a fight since Skypiea, like a one-on-one fight. So in that regard, it's great. But like, I just really like the Rokushiki techniques. I love the fucking Rokushiki techniques and seeing who's who rock them shits like that and Jinbei and him going at it. Like, I can't wait till they animate that because that's gonna be nasty. That's gonna be nasty. And then what else is there? Any other fights that I may have liked or I want to see? Nah, just really Roof Piece. And then Jinbei versus Who's Who. Obviously, like this King and this King and Zoro fight. Like, yeah, I want to see that animated. And then Sanji versus Queen. Whatever happens with that. But like aside from that, Kaido versus the Scabbards. I definitely want to see that shit. Cause that shit's gonna go hard. But I feel like that whole fight was just them just beating him up the whole time. It was just them beating him up or trying to beat him up. And then he like just boom, fucks him up. Matt, do you think King's scales are stronger than Kaido's? No, I don't, actually. I don't know. I don't know. That's actually a good question. Because Zoro wasn't able to cut King, but he was able to cut Kaido. Okay. Like I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Frankie versus Sasaki was kind of mid. It's kind of butt sauce. Not gonna lie to you. Um, and I can't remember who else. Robin and what's her name? Black Maria was Zai. Oh, I want to see Marco versus King and Queen. I want to see that. I definitely want to see that. Yeah, I definitely want to see what that's talking about. But y'all, I think I'm gonna end the stream and try to map out some stuff. Maybe try to work on a video so I can get it out tomorrow. Because I know everybody's gonna be trying to get their shit off, get their shit out there. But yeah, man, y'all be easy. Take care of your families. Be with your families, and enjoy the weekend. Peace out, man. Thank you everybody that came through, everybody that donated, everybody that liked, and everybody that hated. I'ma holla at y'all. Y'all niggas stay up. Be easy. Peace.